Today we're checking out something pretty interesting in the budget-friendly audio space, the Soundbar TV Speaker 50 watts 5.0 PC Theater 3.5mm wired and home surround soundbar stereo. If you want to grab this one, the link is down in the description, but stick around because there's a lot to unpack here. So first off, when you look at this soundbar, it's sleek, minimal, and surprisingly compact. I mean, it doesn't scream premium with flashy lights or over-the-top aesthetics, but that's kind of the point, it blends in. Whether it's sitting under your monitor, your TV, or even in a small apartment setup, it doesn't take up too much space, which is a huge win. Now let's talk power. This is rated at 50 watts, and for a bar this size, that's pretty solid. It's not going to shake the walls like a full home theater setup, but for your everyday TV shows, gaming sessions, or even casual music listening, it has enough punch to fill a medium-sized room. There's a decent amount of bass, mid-range is clear, and highs are crisp enough to make dialogue, sound effects, and music stand out without being harsh. One thing I really like about this speaker is how versatile it is in terms of connectivity. You've got a 3.5mm aux input, which is kind of a classic, but honestly, still super useful. Plug in your laptop, phone, or even an older gaming console and you're good to go. This means you don't have to rely on Bluetooth or fancy wireless protocols if you don't want to. It's just plug and play, which makes it reliable. Speaking of plug and play, setting this up is dead simple. You don't need to be an audio engineer to figure it out. Just connect your device, power it on, and it's ready to go. No app, no pairing, no nonsense. That's the kind of experience I love when it comes to budget tech. Get what you need, and get it working fast. Now, let's dive a little deeper into the sound performance. One thing that always matters with small soundbars is how well they handle different types of audio. I tested this one with movies, gaming, and music. Movies sound surprisingly immersive for a 50 watts unit. The stereo separation is decent, so when there's action going on screen, you can kind of feel the space of the sound. It's not Dolby Atmos or DTS:X, but honestly, for casual viewing, it's more than enough. Gaming? Again, it holds up. You can hear directional cues pretty clearly, which is important if you're into FPS or story-driven games. The sound doesn't distort at higher volumes either, which is a huge plus because small soundbars often start clipping when you crank the volume. For music lovers, this isn't going to replace a dedicated hi-fi setup, but it's fun for casual listening. Vocals are clear, mids are balanced, and while the bass isn't thumping like a subwoofer, it's tight and controlled. For a soundbar of this size, that's actually impressive. I also want to talk about the build quality. It's mostly plastic, but the finish feels decent. It's sturdy enough to move around without feeling fragile, and the grille design in the front doesn't scream cheap like some ultra-budget models. The control buttons are straightforward, and it even has a little indicator light so you know when it's powered on. Another underrated feature here is the home theater compatibility. It's called a home surround soundbar, which, to be fair, is more about simulating a wider soundstage rather than actual surround sound. That said, it does a surprisingly good job of making a small space feel a little more immersive. If you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a full 5.1 setup, this is a decent alternative that won't take over your living room. I also love that this is kind of a multi-purpose speaker. You could use it